What's the mass market app for data-driven society? Thanks, Peter, for the intro. My name is Christoph. I'm the founder of visalyze. The good message first. 200,000 job openings for data people like us in the US alone in the next 3 years. That's good for us, right? It's a problem for economy or society because these jobs won't ever be filled. That's a rather old, well-known problem. You may know Carl Benz, one of the pioneers of automotive. He predicted there will never be more than 5,000 cars, ever. Why? Because he said to drive a car, you needed a specialist, well-trained with a major from engineering schools, and engineering schools would never be able to deliver more than 5,000 alumni. What was his innovation? He invented the self-driven car, not the self-driving cars 100 years later. Self-driven just means that even people like you and me, we can drive our own car. Something similar happens right now with data analysis. There's even a new tool class called Visual Data Discovery Tools, and they are going to grow 2.5x faster than the rest of the business intelligence market. Not bad, is it? What's the promise behind it? It's do-it-yourself analytics. So that's us doing it ourselves. I don't know if they survived, but this enabler of end-user self-service, it will become a requirement for all companies until 2018. That's fast, isn't it? What's the problem with conventional analytics? To quote Mariah Mayer, statistics are stripping away much of the riches of the original data. Usually the girls like this slide more. So what does it mean? Let's take data here, and you do all the statistical calculations, and finally you might arrive at a metric, at an actionable KPI, but actionable KPIs are usually not actionable. You cannot just change a KPI like the turnaround of a company, for example. If you want to change something, you have to change the data beneath it, but the statistics, as I like to say, has long forgotten where the data came from. If you want to really have something actionable, you have to operate on the data level. You have seen today how this can be done, and in my mind, the data manager of the future is more like an air traffic control officer. Give him metrics, like 200 planes in your airspace, 600 miles per hour medium velocity. Unthinkable. All the planes would drop, of course. So what he needs is every plane, every direction, every speed, velocity, and everything on a big screen all at once. And then, if he wants to land a plane, something wonderful happens. He does not even need to look at the screen because he already has the right mental model to do the right decisions. So that's, in my mind, is going to be the future of data management in real time, to get a lot of information and forget about all the KPIs, all the metrics. They just hide all the information. Now, about visalyze. What do? We are bringing back intuition into data analysis by providing you the actionable mental models directly to the brain for you to do the right decisions. The company, as Peter already said, is from Austria, where we burst into yodeling every day, where we grow governators and win music competitions with lovely drag queens. And she's the real thing. You see all Austrians are growing a beard right now. And that's where we got $2 million in research grants. So what do? It's a big data play. It's about discovering the value inside big data using visual metaphors like maps. Visual metaphors like planetary systems with gravitational forces at work. Or even sound waves. Let's take big data Facebook. If you could hear the people talk, how would the sound wave visualization look like? We take these visual metaphors and we put them to action so that you can engage on target using actionable data visualization. And that's what D3 is all about. So I'm going to give you an example of our first vertical, and I fear my help is not here, but no problem. We use social media management, and we provide visual metaphors for you to make the invisible data inside social media visible. An example, that's Tesla's Facebook page. Quite successful. Where can you see that? Right, you can't. You can't look inside all the postings, everything's happening, except you would have a animation like this, or you would have a data visualization like that. That's Tesla again. People are talking about Tesla model or Tesla time a lot. That's why it's big. And they ask themselves, can people really afford Tesla cars? And that's the comments they're writing about this. And that's the sentiment is not this good. That's why it's a little bit darker. So what I showed you now is what people are talking about. Now I'm going to show you who is talking. And that's the planetary system. So the posting again is on the side, should be, yeah, here it is. That's the posting. And here you can see all the people talking to this posting. For example, Richard Raab, which seems more like a chatterbox. He's big, he does a lot, but this person is much more important. Andre Goda, he got a lot of responses. And this one, Corey, over 400 reactions out of his own social network. So that's an influencer. If you want to know how the sound wave looks like, I'm going to show you this. This is one posting competing for your attention, and you see it's August the 24th. It's successful until it's overtaken by this posting, which you can see here. You see the posting on the right side. So that's how the posting are competing over your attention. Now, posting level, let's look at the pages level, how different brands, and this is Tesla again, and you saw the two blobs. Here's the anomaly again, and this is Mercedes now, and this is BMW, the share of voice, which usually is followed by share of market. So is it really a share of voice? Do they have a shared audience? I'm going to show you the shared audience of them. So this up here is Tesla. And now you see the people Tesla shares with BMW, and the big blob here is people shared by Mercedes and BMW. And of course, you can interact with them. You can understand how they're behaving and what are they talking about. For example, they're talking about BMW, here, BMW, on BMW's page, no surprise, but they're talking about BMW on Tesla's page as well. So that's an interesting question for Tesla, and you might want to explore that if you're Tesla. And now just give me a second. I'm going to show you what's happening on Twitter. And the hashtag SFHTML right now, that's what you are talking about. You're talking about slides and not, yeah. So, and Google, no surprise there. So, want to try it out? You're welcome to do that. This is our demo account, free.visualize.com. Please try it. Please give us feedback. And now back to my leading question. What's going to be the mass market killer app for a data-driven society? We are the people who are creating this data-driven society. We profit from it. But does it really mean we have to give up the control over our data? So if you look at Gartner's prediction, they say the actual hype right now is advanced analytics with self-service delivery. Do-it-yourself analytics, and upcoming citizen data science, self-service citizen data science is going to be the next hype. So why we don't take back control over our data with self-explanatory visual data management tools empowering the people? So I'm going to invite you, learn this free if you don't know it, how to do it, build your own companies on that. And I think this cannot be done by Visualize alone, even if we might be the front runner. We need a lot of companies in this effort to take back control over our data, and I'm inviting you to that. Thank you very much.